forget. How about now? Can you hear me now? Hello? Can you hear me now? How about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was a close one. I would have did the whole live with no sound. Thank you so much, Spirit said nope. Thank you. So thank you so much for being here. Here, let me tune you guys again. Jeez. Someone don't want this message to get out. On the hill. Yay, we're back. You can't stop us. Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Hello, you guys, it's me, Patience, your favorite psychic medium. I'm here to bring you the astral news, spirit news, where we bring you higher perspectives of linear views. Spirit news. Spirit gave me that. I can't take credit for it. I am a childhood psychic. Hey, I'm a childhood psychic. I just started developing my gift 4 years ago. We document that in our TikTok. If you want to follow any of our socials, we would love for you to be a part of our community. I accept all, reject none. All are welcome here. This is a judge-free zone with unconditional love. We hope you feel it. We give it freely because there's plenty to spare. And we want you to be a part of us, and we want to have fun with you. So I'm using my YouTube as a way to develop my psychic gift through the help of my very own spirit team, the Guild of the Golden Triangle, that's here with us. And we're going to just see what Spirit wants us to know, do another random read. Is your face melting? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. So you guys know the drill. I don't pick and choose what comes through. We just let Spirit tell us what they want us to know. And energy can be past, present, or future. And it can even be an alternate timeline. So keep that in mind. Don't attach yourself to it too much. If this, not every reading's going to be your reading. So Spirit's been saying hail a lot. Hail. Not every reading's going to be your reading. So keep that in mind. But this is going to be somebody's reading, okay? So cosmic vision. Well, roaches exist in life, okay? They do. There's gonna be roaches sometimes. I mean, I've never seen a roach in here, but whatever. I am glamping. I'm glamping over here. So we're gonna ride the astral waves and see what, I have these new I have this new mind trap. I don't know. We'll try it. I've never tried it. I got them at a thrift store. I've never tried it. They're called mind trap. They're like questions and answers. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Mr. and Mrs. Clatter have 5 children. Half of them are boys. How is this possible? The other half are also boys. So there's a group of boys, 5 boys. Skull. There's a group of 5 men here that we have. Where's the face reveal? I don't know what that means. Buckshot has a bow and 60 arrows. If Buck shoots the first arrow at exactly noon and continues to shoot arrow every minute thereafter, at what time will he run out of arrows? 12:59. So there's 5 men here, or a group of 5 men, or boys. Spirit's calling them boys. Mr. and Mrs. Clatter have 5 children, and all of them are boys. They are shooting arrows at somebody every minute. They're shooting an arrow a minute, it says. But they're starting to run out. Why are they shooting arrows at someone? It's metaphorical, of course. It's metaphorical. Because 420, because first things first. Abhorring. What does abhorring mean? I don't know what abhorring means. Let me find out. Spirit's always got the vocab. Abhorring. Inspiring disgust, loathing, repugnant? What? So Spirit does not like this group of 5 boys. Spiritual. They're shooting spiritual arrows? One every minute? But they're starting to run out. Oh my gosh, listen to this. Shadow. Look, the Shadow. Why would someone's name be Shadow? That's interesting, Spirit. Come through. So Shadow was vacationing on the Isle of Beguile. Beguile. Abhorring and beguile? Hold on, Spirit. What? This is fun. This is a new way I'm learning how to do my gift. I love you, Spirit. Beguile. Charm or enchant, sometimes in a deceptive way. Okay. This is number 7. I don't think this is a good group. And you know what? 5, 6, 7. I have 5 boys. Buckshot has a bow and arrow. And Shadow is vacationing. That's 7. Spirit just said the number 7. This is a group of 7 people that are shooting some kind of arrows at somebody. Shadow was vacationing on the Isle of Beguile, an island where the natives always lie and the visitors always tell the truth. This is a group of 7 men that lie, that are in their shadow, because there's a shadow right here. He was strolling along the beach one day when he approached 2 ladies tanning themselves. One of the ladies got up and said, "I'm Sandy, and this is my friend Dawn." One of the ladies was native and the other a visitor, so one's a liar and one's not. After her introduction, Sandy said to Shadow, "One of us is native. Which one is native and which one's a visitor?"
12 o'clock.
Sandy is the visitor and Dawn is the native. Since we know that one of the ladies is native and the other's a visitor, the visitor must be Sandy since the statement she made is true. So there's a group of 7 people that are liars. And they're in their shadow. And they always lie. And they're shooting at they're shooting arrows metaphorically at some kind of target. One every minute. They're shooting an arrow a minute. They keep doing something. They may have met two people, one that may have joined this group and one who didn't. Okay. Okay, Spirit. What else? Let's do some. I don't know. What should we do? Okay. We'll do some palmistry cards. Sounds like you're on Twitch or something. I don't know what Twitch is.
Stop doing.
Alright. Spirit said to stop reading the comments. Alright.
You.
Yeah.
Since.
Oh. Spirit said these people are trying to do a seance. Is that the thing they keep doing? They do a seance like every day.
Nasty.
They're nasty. Spirit says they're nasty. They're trying to do a seance. This group of 7 people of liars.
Don't provoke me.
Spirit said, don't provoke me. Spirit is mad at these people. Spirit suggests they take a back seat. Because they keep trying to work behind the scenes in some kind of order. There must be in some kind of order. 12 o'clock. They think that they're disciplined by doing repetition. Shooting an arrow every minute. They must enjoy trouble because they keep having to fix their errors. Troubleshooting. And this is shooting arrows. Come through, Spirit. This group of 7 people, possibly 7, 8, 9 people. But Spirit said a 7 originally. I think they're trying to recruit people. Because they met 2 people on this island. This is metaphorical. Because that's the way Spirit speaks to you in metaphors and symbols. They keep doing returning to doing seances. Some kind of order that they're in. But Spirit suggests they take a back seat. Because they keep trying to work behind the scenes with some kind of repetition. And they keep trying to troubleshoot their errors. But I don't think they realize that the error is the seance. They need to stop doing the seance. Why are they doing the seance? The heart line. They're trying to end someone's position. Someone's important position. They're trying to aim at someone's heart. But they don't want their hand to be shown. They don't want to let others down. So they're trying to stay positive and focus on someone's outside opinions. They don't want to let others down. Are you saying they're doing this seance because they don't want to appear to be, like, I don't know, not professional or something? Tell me more. Simeon. A dozen. Well, I have 12 new. I have noon, which is 12, and a dozen is 12. Oh no, wait, a baker's dozen. Wait, what's a dozen? 12? What's a dozen? So this group of this order of boys, Spirit's calling them boys. They're doing some kind of seance like every day. They think that being disciplined and having repetition is going to troubleshoot the errors that have come up. But they're liars. They're a bunch of liars. They're in their shadow. I have shadow right here. And beguile. And Spirit said abhorring. They're deceitful. They're trying to end someone's important position. by aiming at their heart. They don't want to show their hand. They're doing it behind the scenes.
Empty.
They're empty. Spirit said they're empty. They're doing it because they care about outside opinions. They don't want people to focus on how they're letting others down. So they keep on doing something they shouldn't be doing. They keep receiving errors. Um, they're using their head instead of their heart. They're using logic over emotions. Confirmation. They're intertwined in some kind of intricate, complex emotional life that's got them doing something they shouldn't be doing. They're easily hurt, a defeatist, melancholy. They they don't know how to reach out to others, and they're weak, and they can't recuperate their powers. What? Is that what the troubleshooting and fixing errors is? They're trying to recoup their losses or something. It says power specifically. They're very sensitive and easily hurt. This is somebody, or these are people, there's someone in this group. I don't know if this is the whole group, but they keep on doing spirits at a seance. And this says order. They're in some kind of order. They think that by keep doing, and this says arrow, they shoot an arrow a minute. So they keep on doing something.
Brother.
Brother. Spirit said someone's brother. They think that this repetition is going to erase some kind of troubleshooting or error that's occurred because of something they did. Because they don't want people to, they don't want outside opinions of them to be, they don't want people to see them as some kind of failure or like they let someone down. They're intertwined in some kind of complex emotional situation, but they keep using logic over their emotions. Huh. Tell me more. They're they're starting to break. They're straddling a really thin line and they're about to break. They don't want to, oh, confinement, time spent in prison. They're trying to fix something because they're about to go to prison. They don't want to go to prison. So they're trying, that's the error they're trying to fix. Spirit said seance. This is some kind of group or order of boys. Spirit called them boys specifically. I didn't call them boys. But they must be men, like man boys.
Incorrect.
Okay. I was just gonna say something, but Spirit stopped me before I said it. So they're okay. So Stephen, so they're using some kind of like divination or something to try to predict something, to try to predict a way out. Oh, they're trying to look. That's why they're doing it every day. They're hoping that like every day it's like different or something. But they must keep seeing that they're going to prison. They're trying to decipher the signs for good fortune, but it's not changing. That's why they keep doing it. They're trying to look for another ending. They're crossing their fingers and crossing their toes. They're trying to speak life into a new roadmap to reveal a completely different path. Yeah, a new direction. But
I don't know.
it's no secret because every time every time they do it, it doesn't change. Spirit's like, make me. Spirit is not going to let this person's fate change. Whatever's going on with this group, it's fated.
Next to you.
It can't be changed no matter how many times they try to troubleshoot the errors. They're
there.
they're going to be in prison for something they did. We'll find out what they did. I don't know yet. I do have magic cards. Is that a sign to do magic cards? I'll do magic cards next after I finish this lineup. We'll try to get more answers with that. It is fun. Spirit's very fun. Spirit likes to play games. Mental Heartline. This is the third reference to logic and mental and mind. These people they don't know how to connect to their heart. They're in their shadow. So they're trying to use logic by doing some kind of divination over and over again, trying to get a different outcome, but it always says the same thing, that they're going to prison. They try to run across a curve. They're trying to run across a curve that's pointed towards them because they find it hard to express their deepest feelings. And they yearn to be loved and desired. Oh, Maron. So why are they going to prison in Spirit? Why are they going to prison? Straight and clear, the Mercury line.
Casserole.
Casserole. Casserole sounds yummy. Because they tried to run something. They tried to run something underhandedly. What they were trying to run wasn't a straight line. It was clear, and it indicated they were optimistic because they had highly developed social skills. So I think we might be talking about a leader of a group of boys that led themselves into some kind of confinement or prison time because this person thought they were optimistic because they thought they had such high developed skills in something that they would get away with something. And now they're trying to recuperate their powers or something that they did. They're trying to fix something because every time they do this divination, Spirit said seance, so they could be doing seance, maybe rock, Spirit said, because they did something that's gonna make them go to prison. Well, why do they do that? Why do people do things that risk prison time? Here, let me get my magic cards. I'll try it.
Horrible.
Spirit said it's horrible.
Uncertainty.
I do have magic cards.
Save our souls.
Spirit says they want us to save their souls. Alright, well, since they're doing seance, maybe we can get some answers with the magic cards.
Flaky.
They're flaky. One of these people, or all of them, thought they had something in the bag or something, but they didn't want to let others down, and they feared the opinion of others because they're trying to stay positive for others because they know that they're going down for something, so they keep trying to do something because they don't want to accept their fate, that they're lynching. They don't want to be lynched. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up.
One.
It doesn't add up. Errata had committed dozens of murders, all of which she recalled in perfect, loving detail. But no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't remember killing Zegana. She couldn't remember killing someone. Oh, shit.
Right.
Oh, Spirit just said. So, It says Arata had committed dozens of murders. I think that's the part that's wrong. I don't think this people did dozens of murders, but I think that one of these people killed somebody, but they don't remember how they did it. Or they didn't mean to do it, it was an accident. Arata committed dozens of murders, all of which she recalled in perfect, loving detail, but no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't remember killing Zagana. That's why they're going to prison, because they killed somebody. But it was an accident. They didn't mean to. Oh, shit. What? Blossoming tortoise. Turtle. Someone who was a blossoming tortoise. Someone who was possibly like very earthy, very down to earth, very, like a good person. Could have possibly, I don't know, been into healing, or it says blossoming. So someone who is very beautiful, someone who is very nice, someone who's very kind. They could have accidentally killed somebody. That's why they keep on doing the seance over and over again, to try to see it if it's different. Oh my gosh, what happened? Projector inspector. It's under investigation.
Incubus.
Spirit says they have an incubus. They have an incubus spirit on them, a lust demon. Bring up the particulars from yesterday's altercation and enhance.
Do not.
So there's someone here that knows that there must be investigating a murder.
Not likely.
Oh, well, they're not likely, Spirit said. Well, maybe they're starting to, because it says bring up the particulars from yesterday's altercation and enhance. So somebody's starting to realize that something's funny here. Oh, maybe that's why they keep looking to see like where it's at, and then like where it's at, like how much time do I have? How close are they? Wow, they're using divination to do this. Relive the past. I cannot make it up. Relive the past. Many had tried to subjugate Ravnica. All have failed. All will fail. I wonder what subjugate means. What's subjugate? Let me see. Subjugate. Bring under domination or control, especially by conquest.
I will hear.
So they don't, this person doesn't want to go to jail. They don't want to be, they don't want to go down for this. But they keep reliving the past because there was an accident. They accidentally killed someone who was or they tried to kill somebody. Either they killed someone or they tried to kill someone. But it says she couldn't remember killing Zangana. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't remember. It doesn't add up. I think something was an accident. But they don't want to go down for something they can't remember doing. So they keep on doing divination to try to figure it out. That's why they keep doing that. And I have water with a teardrop. That's a lot of emotion. These people or person is very emotional. I think this is like the leader of a group of men. They haven't, Spirit said incubus. They must have like an incubus attachment to them that may have made them do something they don't remember. This is an order. Spirit said it's an order. Some kind of order of men. Kindled heroism. Even in the grip of Hilda's unnatural cold, Something in Kellen felt bright as spring, something that poured into the empty hilts. He'd been given a talion and formed thorn-sharp blades of light.
Reading.
Reading. I told you they're doing divination. Spirit just said reading. So they must have found something because, where is it? Recuperating powers and have highly developed skills. There's something with divination or seances or some kind of power they were getting from seances that they thought had them in some kind of position of power. They didn't want to let others down, so they were trying to stay optimistic and positive because they cared about people's opinions. There's something they found when they were doing the divination, some kind of power they found. Huh. I told you, fiery emancipation, enchantment. They must have. The spirit said an incubus, so an incubus they could have been talking to a lower astral entity that gave a wraith. Spirit said wraith. Oh my God, Spirit just said wraith. They must have gave them some false kind of sense of power with some kind of enchantment or something. Mighty
Church.
a church. I told you it was an order, some kind of secret order. Mighty Torbrand struck the invading phalanx like a bolt from the heavens. When the light faded, only ash remained around him. Yeah, the leader of this group started a group because they were messing with divination and seances, and some kind of lower astral entity gave them false power. Something that they needed other people to harness. That's why they started this group. Chase. They they're chasers. This person's a chaser. They're chasing some kind of power. The entity or whatever told them, I can give you this power, whatever it is. I don't know what it is yet. And they must have not have read the fine print or something. They must have used it on somebody, and I don't know yet. They must have used it and it came back on somebody they care about. A blossoming tortoise. Someone who's kind and gentle. Okay? So I don't know. It says right here that no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't remember killing Zagana. But I don't think they've killed 12 people, but I think that they were doing something with divination or this seance or this entity. Spirit said they have an incubus on them. They thought it was some kind of enchantment or illusions. 2000. Thank you, Spirit. Come through. So they accidentally killed somebody. So they keep doing divination because they keep reliving the past. They're trying to change their fate, but the divination keeps saying they're going to prison. A copycat. A copycat. What? Look. Hello. They were trying to copy something. They were being a copycat. And this card says they're in their shadow version of themselves. Spirit said brother earlier. Feed the swarm. On vile wings and bloody wind, the swarm will rise. Yeah, there's some kind of they got this group together as some kind of leader, because they got some kind of weird power from some kind of lower astral entity. And this copycat's throwing me off. This token can be used to represent a copy of something else. I think the leader of this group was trying to be some kind of copycat of a different, like, I don't know, spiritual leader.
Sure.
Oh, thank you, Spirit. They're trying to be a copycat of a different spiritual leader. That's why they care so much about what other people thought. Focused on outside opinions, didn't want to let others down, and why they kept being repetitive with the seance and stuff, because of sorcery, reliving the past, sorcery. Because they were trying to be somebody else. They're a copycat of another spiritualist. But the spiritualist is a hero, not a sorcerer. The person they were copying is a divine being that has divine powers. So they got some kind of mighty enchantment, fire emancipation that they thought was from heaven. It's Chaser again. They thought this, oh my God, this is why you don't do divination, you guys. This is why you don't do divination, because you don't know what's coming through. If you don't have, hello there, hi everyone. If you don't have the gift of discernment, then you will not know what you're talking to. And anything can fool you because you don't know the gift of discernment. It says right here, mighty Torbrand struck the invading phalanx like a bolt of light, like a bolt from the heavens. So this copycat was copying a divine being who's a spiritual leader. Spirit said sure to that because they're a chaser. They wanted to have the powers of a divine being. But the divine being gets their powers from God. This person was using divination and got a whole group together saying that they're a divine being, and because that entity they were talking to, the incubus, said they were heavenly and gave them some kind of like knowledge or something, some kind of incantation or something like that. But whatever they did, they tried to do to this divine being. Solvents. And I don't know, it must have backfired or something, because they ended up accidentally killing someone that they care about. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't remember killing Zagana. And now they're all emotional about it because they're out of control, but they don't want to let this whole group know that they've been copying this divine being the whole time, that they're not divine at all. They're a copycat. They're a copycat. And then I have Feed the Swarm, because to do their magic, they had to do what they were doing that they thought was heavenly, that they thought was coming from God, that they were the divine being. They had to get a group of people together to get power. That's how it works with magic. It's because it doesn't come from within, it comes from outside. You have to, it's not the same as divine. It's not the same. You have to feed it. So it says feed the swarm. You have to feed it with energy from the outside. So it's on top of the imprisonment card. On vile wings and bloody wind, the swarm will rise. So they did something that's gonna make them get arrested. So they keep doing divination to see how their fate's gonna end, but because there's some kind of investigation that's been sparked from this person that is unalived. So Hello, Charles Totus Jr. Dang. Hey, Lake. Oh my gosh, this is intense. This is intense. I didn't expect it to go this way. We're at 40 minutes? Oh my gosh. Ah! So this person's all in their emotions, and they're doing this every day, divination every day. It says an arrow a minute. They're shooting an arrow a minute in their shadow selves, and then I have ambitions, and then I have the shadow version here. They're in their shadow doing divination every day because they don't want to tell everyone that they've been faking it, that they're not who they say they are. Collector's Vault. Collector's Vault. Biluna makes a habit of liberating valuables from the world below, from priceless artifacts to historic buildings. Spirit says abandoned buildings a lot. I think this person okay, whatever entity this person's talking to tells them to get certain relics and items and to go to certain abandoned historic buildings, probably to do these seances, to acquire more power or whatever. Oh shit, I didn't even see this card. Cement shoes. Cement shoes, but it doesn't ever work for them. Cement shoes. They keep on listening to this whatever they're talking to that keeps telling them that they're heavenly. This entity keeps saying that they can glass. This entity is not being transparent. They're being like cement because they're lying to this copycat who's in their shadow version, who's in their ego, that wants to be a divine being. They're copying a divine being. And that just means someone who believes in God, someone who prays, someone who is of high moral fiber, you know. It doesn't have to mean anything more than that. But Spirit did say sure when I said a spiritual leader. So they are spiritual in some way, and they're to this group are saying that they're divine because of this incubus, which is a lust demon, a lust attachment. Oh, so this entity tells them to liberate themselves from the world below, go find priceless artifacts and bring them to historic buildings and do this seance. But it's a lie because every time they do it, something else happens. Someone else dies. Something bad happens. I don't know why they keep believing this thing. I'm not really sure. It just keeps, it has them in cement boots. They can't go anywhere. They can't even lift their boots up. They're untapped. They only know how to play one hand.
Negative. Arthur.
They're trying to tap in, but they're untapped. They keep drawing a card and cast creatures and other spells towards people, towards somebody, towards this divine being, I think. But they keep getting blocked right here. Your opponent declares blocks. Declare attackers. Because this divine being knows that they're being sent things, so they know how to block it. What? So they think they're playing a game. They think this person thinks it's a game. But divine person keeps healing and passing their turn because they're not playing a game, they're just protecting themselves, and they're aware that magic's being thrown at them. When from what I'm learning
4 o'clock.
from what I'm learning about magic, which I don't know much, I only know what from the reads. When somebody's of God and they like are spiritual and they pray and they clear their field and they light their sage and all that, it literally is like not a matching vibration to magic. So it's they don't touch each other. So this person in their shadow who wants to be this a divine being who's a copycat thinks they're playing a thinks that this divine being
Sir,
it's certain thinks that this divine being is playing a game with them. So that's why they keep attacking them with spells. It says with cast creatures and other spells twice. But because this divine being knows about, they know energy, they know when energy is being sent to them, and that when you have awareness what energy is not yours, you're able to clear it. You're able to, um, you know, make it go away or change it or transmute it. But this person doesn't understand that. They think that this person is, oh shit. And Spirit said certain. This copycat thinks that they're playing a game with a divine being, some kind of magic game, but what's really happening is that this divine being or person who prays, the spiritual leader, knows energy and is can clear their field. And so if the magic doesn't hit the divine being or the spiritual leader, it has to go somewhere. So it goes back to them. It goes back to them. So they think that the divine being is like shooting it at them, but they're not. They're just clearing their field. It says they pass their turn. They're not even the creatures heal and pass the turn. They're not in the game. They're literally not in the game. But this copycat thinks that the spiritual leader's been attacking them. That's why they keep attacking the spiritual leader.
fireplaces.
Wow.
Sure.
Sure, Spirit says. That's crazy because this person doesn't understand magic. This person's, it says untapped. They're not tapped in. They're talking to some, I don't know who they're talking to, but it ain't God. And so all of their magic or spells and casts that they do get blocked and combat damage isn't dealt. It just goes, it has, because energy has to go somewhere. If it's not hitting this spiritual leader, then it has to go back to the person who did it. So I think that's how they accidentally killed somebody. Because, and I think that's also why they think it's a game, that they think that this spiritual leader like put some kind of like shot a spell at them and killed their person or whatever. Wow. This person doesn't know nothing about magic or energy. Well, maybe they're watching. Maybe they know now because they're in a world of hurt. They're in a dark forest. They're in a dark forest and they've accidentally got one of their people killed and they're going to prison. They're definitely going to prison. But this
Victorious.
victorious Spirit said victorious. They really dug the hole for themselves because they kept thinking that the spiritual leader was sending magic at them and they weren't. It was their own magic going back to them because it wasn't a vibrational match and it had to go somewhere. So it went back. Because a spiritual leader doesn't play with magic. The spiritual leader is not doing magic. They're just praying, meditating, lighting some sage, magnifying glass. Yeah, this person's under a magnifying glass now because there's a detective out here that's investigating. It says right here, investigating these footprints.
Attend.
These footprints mean only one thing: the street cleaner is running late. They're trying to clean up their footprints, but Spirit says it's a no. Basically, female evil. I thought this was a man, but Spirit says it's a female. Spirit did say brother earlier, so it could be a brother and a sister? Or maybe a brother and a wife or something. That's craziness. I have forest here. I have, this is like, I have a good forest and I have a dark forest. So, this investigator is a good investigator. How do you investigate magic, though? How do you, that's why there needs to be, and I say it every time, that magic should be illegal. And there should be a magistrate of magic, just like in Harry Potter, where psychics and empaths work to identify when people are doing magic. Because people are doing magic who don't even understand energy, who aren't even, like, doing magic isn't an answer for anything. It never ends good. The magic will never be good, okay? Magic is just like a temptation that God made for people to be tempted. Are you going to use magic to get what you want, or are you going to do it the right way? Are you going to do it right by people, or are you going to put magic over them? How do you investigate someone who died by magic? I don't know. I have no idea. You need a psychic. You need a psychic. Easy. Hey, Robert! Oh my gosh, look at this.
60.
Look at this. This is the world they're living in. It's chaos, chaotic. Oh my gosh, really? Lady of Light, that's crazy. I didn't know that. They sacrificed their young to, they like, F you, I'm out of here. Oh my gosh. Animals. Well, add that to the capybara ass face. That was a fun one last night. But this person's in complete chaos. They're living in some kind of alternate reality. This looks like a dream. This looks like another dimension. They could be stuck between worlds doing this seance stuff. They could be unable to distinguish reality. That's why you don't play with magic. You don't play with magic. No, no. No, really, you don't play with magic. It's not good. It's never good. Should we see what kind of villain they are? What kind of villain is this person? Oh, I got 3.
Right now.
Oh my gosh, I got 3. Spirit said brothers. And look, I got the Stamen brothers. And I got Sir Hiss.
Wraith.
And Spirit just said Wraith again. The Stabbington brothers. They're called the Stabbington brothers.
Supernal.
Supernal, Spirit says. This is the leaders of this group that are doing this magic.
Number 4.
Ugh.
10 spirits.
Yes, we had 7, 8, 9. We had 9. We had 7. Wait, we had 7, 8, 9, 10. We did have 10 people total over here. Oh, my eye's burning. Alright, well, this person's under investigation. We just, told them the truth about the whole game they thought they were playing with this spiritual leader. You guys, when you are a person of God, you don't have to do magic. There's no magic being done. It's all about vibration and frequency. It's about love. It's about activating your heart chakra. There's nothing more powerful than that, because love is the purest frequency ever. God, the God frequency. This person's in Christ consciousness, and this person's in their shadow. They started this whole group, got all these people involved, got people hurt. They actually got someone unalived by this foolery. For what? For money? To be cool? I mean, so people don't think that they're a loser? Like, give me a break. You gotta do better than that. True, Spirit says. You gotta do better than that. Yeah, they did it to gain some kind of wealth. Spirit said smudge. I gotta smudge when I'm done. They thought that the conclusion of all this was gonna be some kind of profit. And look what happened. They ended up unaliving someone they care about. They got a bunch of people involved in their weird psycho game that's all up in an uproar. They got cement boots on over here. And this spiritual leader wasn't doing shit. The spiritual leader, I can't make it up. It's doing self-love. Like, give me a break, you guys. What are we thinking here? How are we living our lives like this? This person swore up and down that this spiritual leader was sending the magic back at them. No, it was your own magic, fool. Because you don't know nothing about energy. You let some weird incubus talk you into that they're heavenly. Clearly you're not heavenly, because you would have never know how. I have marriage here. Some kind of marriage was affected. 1 o'clock. Someone in a marriage could have been involved in this. Or it says dependency, so some kind of codependency. I think that's what it is more, because that's the first time hearing about a marriage. I think it's more the codependency. This person became codependent on the magic because they swore up and down that the spiritual leader was doing it. They were sending creatures to them, it says. Creatures. Is that like entities or something? They were sending some kind of like ghosts or something their way? I don't know. But it all came back to them. So if they're sending this spiritual leader all this stuff because they're feeling awkward now. They're feeling awkward because it all went back to them, so they're actually experiencing whatever spells and creatures they sent out. That's craziness. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, if this person sent you some kind of evil entity, that it's with them, they're feeling awkward as hell. Yeah, perseverance, alright. They like to challenge. They thought it was a game. Yeah, they thought it was a game. I don't know why. And,
File cabinet.
file cabinet. Spirit said file cabinet. This says background, and Spirit said background. Church again. I think these people are acting.
Died in fire.
These people are acting like nothing's wrong. They're acting like life goes on in my family and in my marriage and in my garden. They're acting like nothing's wrong. But they're clearly like this in real life. They're clearly like this in real life, just inside they're completely discombobulated. But they can't tell anybody. They can't tell anybody what's really going on. Gift in reverse. they can't promote. It says promote. They can't delight in what they did. They're pretending. You imagine that you're really like this inside, but you're acting like this. Look, you're acting like this. Oh, everything's great. Oh my god. They're having yeah, they're feeling inadequate now because of supernatural disturbances. I don't even know how to help these people. Yeah, they thought this was a good idea at the top of the deck. I know. I know what I'll do. Well,
two,
they're going to prison, so I guess I guess that's it. They're just going to prison so they can that's it. That's going to be what happens to them. We got that a little bit ago because they tried to destroy somebody with enchantments. They tried to control someone who's a spiritual
tragedy,
leader. Well, how can this group unfuck themselves? Spirit, any words of advice for this group? Acceptance is the gateway to real change. It's also something you need to give some real thinking to. You need to deal with yourself and what you haven't really accepted and what you've burdened yourself with by not accepting things as they actually are. Yep, that sounds about right. All right, I love you, collective. See you on the next one.